Music. Look, I may just look like a 17-year-old loser who only cares about stupid Genesis games. I never said I didn't, but one of my other big interests is music, so much so that I created a second YouTube channel just for that. It's working out great. I listen to a lot of similar music. Sometimes you just get a song that gets stuck in your head, one that just never leaves because of how weird and experimental it is. That song for me was Touch Tone Telephone.
The song just captivated me. Its high energy yet slightly elegant instruments were hypnotizing. The goofy voice that the singer had and the nonsensical lyrics reminded me of old school Aquabats, something that will always get a smile out of me. I listened to this song religiously for months after that. It took months for me to even think.
Hey, this guy probably made more music.
And then boom, I was captivated. This album was like anything I had ever heard, and to this day I still can't get enough of it. It's just so experimental and catchy. As I'm writing this script, I'm still in awe over some of these songs. The album in question being Spirit Phone. The album came out in 2016 and was written and performed by Lemon Demon, a one-man band created by Neil Cicierega. Now, you may not know it, but I would bet my life that you've seen his work before. Such as The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny, Two Trucks, Brody Quest, the Mouth series of albums, Potter Puppet Pals, Animutation, and probably Air itself. This man has made so many things, and the craziest thing almost nobody knows. He's gotten his grimy hands all over the internet, and he doesn't show any signs of stopping. Spirit Phone is a 14-song album that has a theme of monsters and myths, with songs dating back to 2009. This album was in progress for over 7 years, and it shows. I thought it might be fun to go through them all using my infamous 5-point scale to see how the songs stack up against each other. This is the first song in the album, and what a way to start it out. It's a song that's being sung by a group of mad scientists attempting to revive a famous musician for profit. It's got a cheesy kids Halloween song vibe to it, and the fact that it's being sung by these egotistical nutcases just makes it that much more fun. It also ends with an edited quote from Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Due to my strong personal convictions, I wish to stress that this record in no way endorses a belief in the occult. Due to my strong personal...
I already went in depth about the song in the beginning, so I'll keep this section short. It's a song about a guy who tries to convince everyone that aliens are real. It's got this upbeat, bouncy instrumental with extremely goofy vocals that just makes the song fun to listen to. This is the least experimental of the songs, and I would say that if you want to get into Neil's music, this is a great place to start. This song is loosely based on the legend of Polybius, but it takes a ton of creative liberties. A man decides that he wants to be an arcade cabinet, but slowly realizes that he's gonna become obsolete and not be able to survive with home consoles becoming standard. Oh, also he's a monster that paralyzes people and eats them. On Christmas Eve, teenagers break into the arcade, vandalize him, and kill him. It's a pretty emotional story. But it's really hard to take seriously when I just want to dance like a moron during it.
You can't see me behind the screen.
This song is presented like a love ballad from a man who fell in love with an alien and pretty much screwed over the entirety of Earth. It's a very emotional song, with him proclaiming he'd do it all again in the end. The instrumental sounds extremely digital, giving it an almost otherworldly feel. It's not a song to listen to every time, but I don't hate it. You know how occasionally people will leave mysteries about themselves for people to discover after their death? Imagine that, but this guy did all of them? The way that the chords will change to drive home these powerful moments in the song just is the icing on the cake. Also uses the Oka Laugh record, and it really drives home how creepy it is.
This is great.
If you've ever heard of the Mellified Man, a man who would be buried in honey in an attempt to bring them back in 100 years, this is just a goofy, fun song that oddly makes me want to do push-ups? Look, I don't know either. This is a song about Jeb the Mongoose, one of the stupidest and hardest to believe monster stories I have ever heard. And that's what makes this one of my favorite songs on the album. It takes this insane story and makes it sound believable with the catchy lyrics and quotes from the legend itself. One of the most creative, well-fitting songs on the album. It was uploaded to YouTube in 2009. This song takes the approach of a doo-wop inspired rock song about cavemen discovering aliens. Yeah, this album has a thing for aliens. This song is probably my favorite on the entire album. It's just pure instrumental emotion the entire time. The beginning hits you like a truck and leaves a lasting impression on you. It feels like you're being transported to another dimension, seeing exactly what is being said in the song, with the emotion continuing to wash over you.
I like the song, okay?
And this one's probably a very close second, but for different reasons. This song just does a great job at telling a quirky, goofy story rather than an emotional one, and it's great. To sum up the story, a nauseous cloud is very, very lonely. It's such a stupid concept, but the bounciness of the song shows you're not supposed to take it seriously, you should just be having fun.
I mean, every family's got someone they don't dislike.
This song feels so out of place in the album. It's a hard rock song about a dad yelling at his kids for taking his hair medicine. I can't call this a bad song, just... why is this here? It feels so out of place. Just take what I said about the last song, but replace Angry Dad with capitalism. This is a song about Ronald Reagan trying to seduce you. That description should tell you everything you need to know. This man has a dream of building a skyscraper. He obsesses over it, and that's all he thinks about it. It's such a goofy and nonsensical song about a man swooning over local building regulations. This final song is about being in an ant mill, a phenomenon where ants' working hormones get confused and they get stuck in a perpetual spiral until every last one of them dies. This song is pure anxiety, and it's being sung by your subconscious as if you were an ant in this. You have this sense of happiness and you strive to get ahead, not knowing that the longer you are in this circle, you're slowly killing yourself. This song legitimately scares me and makes me want to cry. 5 out of 5.
So yeah, that's the album. There may have been a couple of stinkers in there, but other than that, it was phenomenal. There are some crazy good songs on here, and the fact that it's available on everything, including cassette, there's no reason that you shouldn't be listening to this. Now, compared to my #1 album of all time, well, Neil doesn't wear a blue supersuit, so I'm gonna have to give it to the Aquabats.
Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, please consider dropping a like, and if you subscribe, I will eat a dead rat on camera.